Well, good morning. The title for today's video, which I wrote yesterday afternoon, is The Challenge of Determining Truth. The blurb goes like this: There have been many things I have learned over the course of my life that forced me to change my mind about what I had been told was true. This discovery has covered so many things we take for granted in our modern culture, especially the three big ones: religion, politics, and the monetary system. As I see it, most of what we've been told in these areas is pure bunk. We've been lied to over and over so much that anyone telling the truth appears to be lying to the brainwashed masses. The biggest challenge we all face is determining what is true and what isn't. How many are actually willing to even question what we've been told? Now, before I actually delve into this, I've got a matter that I want to settle. I went to hear my son's band play last night, and I didn't get home until going on 2 o'clock in the morning and was still wide awake at 2:30. So I didn't get as much sleep as I'd like, and I still woke up 5 something, but I didn't get out of bed till after 6, as you see. I'm starting this at 10 minutes to 7. But I looked at the email this morning when I came to the computer, and there was something from yesterday's video, another attack on the ambassador by one of the people who has long been attacking the ambassador. I want to make it clear, just as I did in responding to that comment on yesterday's video, which I will not go back. Once I finish the video, I don't go back to watch them again. So any comments that come after the first day probably will not get seen by me. In any case, the ambassador is my friend. I don't want people to keep attacking him. As I said to the person who made that comment, I haven't talked with the ambassador, actually having a conversation with him since my birthday, October 21st. He's not been feeling well, and for whatever reason, he and I are not conversing at the present time. I've sent emails, and he sends me emails that often have nothing to do with any subject of a matter, just something that interests him. In any case, I want to lay that to rest. Please let it go. He's my friend, and I'm not here to attack any of my friends. All of us have made mistakes. All of us have believed things that were not true because we wanted them to be true. We wanted so much for them to be true, and yet they did not prove themselves to be true. And that's, the uncovering of truth when you're living on a planet that has lived on lies, such as we live, takes patience, and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to believe things are imminent when they're not quite ready yet to unfold. Now, I've had to deal with this throughout my life, and all the while I've been making videos because I thought 2012 was going to see the changes that we long for in this world, to get rid of the cabal and to have an honest world government, and ultimately to evolve to the place where we don't even need government, because people will have a different level of consciousness, a different level of understanding. We will jettison a lot of the things that we've been told are true and aren't. We will get rid of them and move on to what is the truth, that we are all made in the image of God. We are all God's children. Whether we know it or not, whether we want to believe it or not, has nothing to do with it. It's just the fact of creation. It's the fact of what is. And I live to help push that forward and to bring that idea to human consciousness, so that we understand that we're not what we've been told we are. We are not terrible sinners. We have been misled. We have been mistaken. We've done a lot of things that have not been productive in creating healthy lives, let alone a healthy society. This is all true. We've gone down the wrong path and been led astray, terribly so. And the people that have been the most apparently powerful people are the ones that have been responsible for the most destruction of truth. I mean, I thank God for Anastasia and for setting the record straight for me, and I wish other people would take time to read it. And I'm not talking about the royal family of Russia. I'm talking about Vladimir Megra's Anastasia, the recluse that lived in the taiga in Siberia and was revealed in the 9 books that Vladimir wrote and were translated into many languages and have been read by people around the world. These books, to me, are the key to understanding and determining truth. They lay the foundation so that we can remember who we are. Now, I'm not ready. I'm not going to tell you that I'm ready to jump in to living the kind of lifestyle that Anastasia lives. I mean, I greatly admire and respect her, no doubt. No doubt in my mind how I feel about her and what she's provided for the human race if we will only start paying attention to it and taking the time to read it, as I'm doing now, rereading it. In any case, I can't. I tried to make the jump to vegetarianism when I first, before I even had my stroke, when I first noticed signs of shortness of breath back in February of this year, in the middle of February, when I first realized something was wrong, I, I immediately became a vegetarian. I gave up eating meat and stuff altogether. The hospital stay in March and April and May cured me of that, and I try to eat a more balanced meal, more balanced meals now. I allow meat. Uh, Maybe some people would not like all the meat that I do allow, but that's not your choice. It's my choice, and I know it's temporary. I want to get to the place where I can truthfully enjoy eating just vegetarian food. But even that food has to be killed to be consumed. Are we going to get to a place where we don't need to eat any longer? Some suggest that that is the truth. It hasn't happened yet for most people in the world, including myself. So truth is something that is evolving. We determine the truth by what we experience. And we have to be honest with ourselves about things that we don't know. Even if we want to believe them, we don't know. And there's things that I don't know. I don't know when things are going to happen. I don't know when or if the cash inventions are going to be implemented so that we can get out of the oil uh, energy boondoggle that we've been involved in, that has been put upon us. I mean, there was free energy revealed a long, long time ago. What was the guy's name back in the late 19th, early 20th century? Before Edison, he was a contemporary of Edison's, but the power companies couldn't put a price tag on the free energy, so they pushed that idea aside, and he died in poverty. And he was a genius. He was a genius before his time. Like Anastasia, to me, is a genius in our time. She's available now, and not Cash, God, Tesla. Tesla was the person that I'm talking about. Brilliant, brilliant mind, revealing a lot of truth, but the world wasn't ready, or the people that run the world or want to run the world weren't ready to listen. This has to change. We have to open our minds if we're going to be transformed, and allow the transformation to happen with a little bit of ease and not so much uh, problems. Anyway, my time is up. Thank you for listening, and namaste. Have a beautiful day.